Welcome to the Big 12 Insiders, your Big 12 sports show. Here's your host, Brien Hanley.
Hey, everybody, what's going on? This is your man, Big B, Brien Hanley. Welcome back to Big 12 Insiders. Appreciate everybody being in here. We are continuing our countdown of the best games in the Big 12 week by week. We have arrived at week 6. Some intriguing games to go over. One stands out above the rest, in my opinion. We'll let you know exactly what that is. But we are in full swing during week 6 of the Big 12 slate. Before we get started, again, as always, like you guys always do, man, continue to like, follow, subscribe, continue to get in the comments, and always hit that notification bell like you guys always do. Appreciate it so you know exactly when Big 12 Insiders content comes out. Appreciate it. Looking to get to 4,500 subscribers by the time the season starts. It's going to be tough, but we're going to push forward and try to get there. So thank you guys for your support. Let's move forward. So first things first, there's 7 games in the week 6 slate for the Big 12 this week. So it's a good slate of games. Not a ton that are just going to knock your socks off. But again, if you pay attention to the Big 12, any game can knock your socks off because we have no idea who's going to win from week to week. That's how the year was last year. I think it's going to kind of be the same this year, just up for grabs, absolute chaos. And as you guys know, I love chaos. So let's get after it. First, the Friday night game, again, I keep saying this. I'm just opposed. I know why they do the Friday night games. I get it. I'm just opposed to it. Friday nights for high school, man. Let them have it. They deserve it, by the way. But West Virginia at BYU, good game, I guess. I'm not sure what West Virginia is going to have. I do never count out a Rich Rodriguez football team because the man can coach. How much talent they have at West Virginia this year, we'll see. By week 6, we'll know a little bit more about that. But that's not the game of the week. There are a couple of other games. Oklahoma at Arizona, Iowa State at Cincinnati. Now, this one I think is big for the Bearcats. If they're going to try to get to where they're trying to go, sometimes you got to beat teams that are perceived to be better than you. And Iowa State would be a team that's perceived to be better than they are. You got them at home. Here's an opportunity. Houston, they're hosting Texas Tech. I think the talent differential there might be enough. But here's the thing. Houston has upset some teams. I said they were going to do that last year. They did. I think they're going to be some more teams this year. And they got better quarterback play. They're going to bring a defense. And it's Willie Fritz. The man knows how to coach football. But I will say this about Tech. If Tech, again, this is a game you have to win. It may be tough. It's on the road. I understand all of that. But is Tech as good as what everybody believes they are and what they think they are? Or more importantly, if Tech's as good as what they can be, that's a game you have to win. Colorado at TCU might be intriguing. We'll see. Kansas at UCF, not so much there. But for me, the game of the week, the head and shoulders game of the week is Kansas State travels to Baylor. Now, look, a lot of people like Kansas State this year. Think that Kansas State has an opportunity to end in Arlington and end in the college football playoff. A lot of people think that. Also, there's people out there that believe that Baylor's going to be good. I'm one of them. I think Baylor's going to be a really good football team. I would say it's an early test for both teams, but it isn't. Or their first test from both teams. It isn't. Kansas State, both of them, the Kansas State and Baylor, they have tough tests before this game. Kansas State's going on the road and playing in Waco. These don't always work out well when Kansas State goes to Waco, but we'll see here. Look, the way that Baylor ended their season last year, I don't know how anybody can just eliminate them from being a good football team. They bring a lot back. They have a ton of confidence. The place, I got a feeling, is going to be rocking. It's a good environment for college football. A tough road test for Kansas State. But just like I was talking about Texas Tech, how good they can be, again, if Kansas State is trying to be the football team that everybody believes they can be, or more importantly, the football team that they want to be, you have to go to Waco and win. It's just that simple. This game, I don't know if it's necessarily going to have huge national implications, but it could. You never know. I mean, like I said, this is week 6. So you don't know what the rankings are going to look like at this point in time. Some might say, well, it's too early, Big B, to start thinking about that. I don't think it is. The way that the Big 12 got disrespected last year, I think every week that you can move up in the rank, because they're already going to start out at a disadvantage. That's already happening. We're seeing it. Having like 7 SEC teams ranked ahead of them. Some of them have absolutely no business being ranked ahead of even one Big 12 team, much less. It's just sickening, quite frankly. But it is what it is. So, it could have a huge impact. Now, I will say this again, and I've said it before. This is July. Who the hell knows what's going to happen when this game is played? This is October 4th on a Saturday. We don't know what the records are going to look like. So this could be the exact opposite. This could change by that time because we don't know. But as of today, I just believe it's the best game within the conference. Like 2 good teams, 2 teams that have aspirations on getting to Arlington. I don't know if look, it's October 4th, so I'm not going to call it an early season test. Maybe earlier in the season, but it's not an early season test. But by teams that have 2 good quarterbacks, going to have 2 good running games. Defenses should be stout. We'll see about Baylor's defense. Kansas State more than likely is going to bring another good defense. Got some secondary things to iron out, because they're replacing 2 guys that got drafted into the National Football League. So anytime you're trying to do that, that's tough. So they have some things there. But we'll see. I think it's going to be a really, really good football game and kind of indicative of what we're going to see throughout the season in the Big 12 is that we got 2 good teams, both fighting to get to Arlington, both with good quarterback play, run games. It kind of embodies what the Big 12 has and what the Big 12 brings to the table. Again, no TV games are set for this, but I would suspect if both of these are on their P's and Q's and take care of business, this one's going to have a spotlight somewhere. Don't know where, but I feel like it'll have a spotlight somewhere. So I'm excited for this football game. But Kansas State going to Waco, taking on the Baylor Bears, that is my game of the week in the Big 12 for week 6. So I appreciate everybody. Again, thank you for your support. Make sure you stick around because we're going all the way through the entire season counting these things down, people. So appreciate you. Get in the comments. Let me know what you like and dislike. We will talk to you soon.
Thank you for watching the Big 12 Insiders, your Big 12 sports show. This has been a Spirit Street production.